Lesson 230. Now will I seek and find the peace of God. Good morning. In peace I was created, and in peace do I remain. It is not given me to change myself. How merciful is God my Father, that when He created me, He gave me peace forever. Now I ask but to be what I am. And can this be denied me when it is forever true? Okay, so yesterday was my practicing, and there are times I'm not choosing this peace and not remembering this truth, and I was listening to just a little bit of a Byron Katie podcast. And, her first book was Loving What Is. And she was talking with someone who was saying something like, I still lose my peace because I'm planning. I make plans in the day, and then sometimes they get away from me. And kind of like, what do I do? Because it's taking my peace away, that I don't know what to choose, kind of to stick to my plan or to go with the flow. And Byron Katie just said, when we're loving what is, we maintain our peace. And it was kind of like me going back to the basics of what I know, and she also had said in this segment that being at war in your mind, she was like, that just became such an old, kind of like an unused, dusty concept, like being at war with someone else or anywhere within your mind. For her, it became something that was no longer, it was so unappealing. It was such an old paradigm that she moved away from. So in this little segment I listened to, it was really helpful to just even hearing the words loving what is, to maintain peace. Because she talked about if you had a plan to go to a meeting and you didn't end up getting there, that you would love whatever is occurring, and instead of being in battle with, I should have known the road was closed, I didn't check, now I'm, like arguing, because then you're missing the beauty of what is. Because she says it's a friendly universe, and life is like a loving, friendly, supportive force. So nothing that is occurring could be anything but helpful and delightful. So that was a really helpful reminder. And like in those moments where there's a questioning or even an arguing of what is, now will I seek and find the peace of God. For some of us, it could help to have a tool or a bridge between where you are and where the peace of God. And it helped me in the short time after I listened to that, to, as other things were happening in my family and the dynamics, Justine doesn't like wearing clothes these days, and I don't always force it unless we're going somewhere. And typically I take the clothes with us, because once, sometimes she'll let me put some of them on, and then when we get to the place, I'm like, this place requires clothes, and she'll put them on. And so I've learned I'd rather just go in, not every time, but in general I go with that. And I think my husband got to this point yesterday. He's like, if she doesn't have clothes on, she's going to be near you. And I'm like, but I just went with it, and it was nearly bath time and bedtime, and it wasn't a big deal. But I tried to like really take on this, like loving what is showing up. Not having like my dukes up or not being up in arms about what's showing up. Well, is a really easy way to maintain peace. And so I share that with you. Maybe that will be helpful for you today, as you know that in peace you were created and in peace do you remain. And all these different temptations to get off track, if you were to love them, accept them as they are, not even battle them, you'll do pretty good today. So yeah, I am as you created me. I need but call on you to find the peace you gave me. So there's lots of ways to just say, help me. I could choose peace instead of this. And so making that bridge from wherever you find yourself back to your peaceful state. And I wish you well in practicing today. And we're soon moving on to a new theme. So we're moving beyond forgiveness as our theme, which I haven't touched on much. I did when it came to me, but we'll be moving into what is salvation. So how exciting. Have a great day practicing. Bye.